Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Go Home Show for Smackdown, as we are just a couple days away from the exclusive pay-per-view of Vengeance Day. And tonight we are kicking us off with Roman Reigns, one of the men that are in that Fatal 5-Way for the WWE Championship, taking on the WWE Champion Apollo Crews here in Amsterdam, Netherlands. So far for Apollo Crews, he has defeated Edge and Cody Rhodes, two superstars that are going to be in that Fatal 5-Way matchup coming up this Sunday. But a big test is coming his way right now, and that is the former Universal Champion. This man, the head of the table, Roman Reigns. He will be accompanied by his advocate, that's going to be Paul Heyman. And with that big Fatal 5-Way coming your guys' way live on SmackDown's exclusive pay-per-view of Vengeance Day, it's going to be absolutely massive, ladies and gentlemen. Vengeance Day is going to be packed. That WWE Championship match is going to be your WWE Champion, obviously Apollo Crews, defending up against Adam Cole, the Rated R Superstar Edge, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, and also this man coming down the ring, Roman Reigns. But last week here, we did have some shenanigans, and obviously Roman Reigns defeated John Cena. But it wasn't a hard-fought match. Cena kind of fought at the very end, but Cena was attacked when he was coming out here by Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso would come down and hit a Uso splash alongside before that. Jey Uso would hit his own frog splash. They would throw Cena into the ring. Roman Reigns would decimate him in the center of that ring. Cena, like I mentioned, tried fighting back, but Roman Reigns was just way too much for John Cena. And that is why Roman Reigns is in your championship matchup this Sunday. You hate to see it that way, but that is the Bloodline for you. And coming up this Sunday, the Bloodline have a lot going on, including obviously Roman Reigns focusing on getting that championship back around the waist. It's not the Universal Championship, but it is that WWE Championship. Roman Reigns is going after that championship. Also, you got The Rock taking on Brock Lesnar. Those guys just have been beating the living crap out of each other. Literally, blood all over the place. Those guys have been going to war a lot lately. As now we wait for your WWE Champion to make his way down to the ring. And I believe this is the first time in series history, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to have Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman going to be outside here for the same matchup. And this is going to be a pivotal match in Apollo Crews' career, not just this coming Sunday, but tonight, because you're going up against a man that's already established. I'm not saying Apollo Crews isn't established, but you could say not as established as Roman Reigns in the terms of holding on to the WWE Championship as long. Obviously, Roman Reigns, former Universal Champion, held that ever since Smackdown of last year, and then losing it at WrestleMania. Apollo Crews would win the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, would go on to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase against Adam Cole, the WWE Champion, here on SmackDown. So it's going to be very curious how he's going to be settling against four other guys in that matchup. Crews is going to have a tough test, but Apollo Crews, if there's a man that can do it, I think Apollo Crews can find that right opportunity in that matchup and walk out with that WWE Championship. Man is very, very talented. As it looks like we are ready. Roman Reigns, the intensity's on his face. Apollo Crews looking focused. And the crowd already coming right after Roman Reigns, saying he sucks. Especially after what he did last week, he definitely does that. Wait a minute. Can he hit up an upset victory here? 2! Ooh, imagine if Apollo knocked him off. It'd be absolutely crazy to see. As now Apollo Crews with a release suplex slam, taking down Roman Reigns. And tonight the Bloodline have a big-time main event, as it's the Bloodline's The Rock, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Jey Uso, taking on the team of Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and the StreetProfits later on tonight. It's going to be a combustible main event, and it's going to be absolutely crazy. As well as coming up next, it is a non-title matchup, champion versus champion matchup for you. As it's going to be Damien Priest, your European champion, the man that will be defending his championship up against Omos coming up this Sunday. It will be taking on Tommaso Ciampa, the current Intercontinental Champion, who he defends his Intercontinental Championship up against Finn Balor, one of the members of the Judgment Day. So we'll see how that's going to be faring later on tonight, as well as we do have some breaking news for you. After what we saw on Monday Night Raw, we saw Damage Control defeat Carmella and Selena Vega for the Women's Tag Team Championships, but the hand was on the bottom rope. Referee didn't see that. So we do have some breaking news. That Women's Tag Team Championship matchup is now turning into a triple threat Women's Tag Team matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Gives opportunity just like that. I mean, you hate to have a finish like that, but Io Shirai and them are going to have to earn that championship win. No controversy whatsoever at Vengeance Day. It's got to happen. Middle of the ring, no rope breaks, anything like that, as Apollo Crews standing his ground right now. Jumping knee strike right to the face. And now Apollo Crews in control here. Uh-oh. Apollo Crews. Oh! Flying headbutt to the chest there. Can Apollo Crews knock off Roman here? 2. Oh, so close. So close, but no cigar. But addressing that women's matchup, we are going to have ourselves a triple threat matchup tonight. Io Shirai, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, takes on Carmella, as well as Tegan Nox later on tonight. Is a underhook powerbomb there. Beautiful maneuver there from, look at that, Superman punch though out of nowhere from Roman. Pinfall. Can he steal victory? 2. No, 2.5. Roman Reigns thought he had him. So close. Uh-oh. Roman looking to go high risk here. I don't think he needs to go high risk. That's Roman Reigns for you. A big jumping clothesline, or more like a flying clothesline. But it does get the job done, I suppose. As now Reigns was trying to go to the ground and pound, but Apollo Crews is not going to back down from the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And that's just how good Apollo Crews has been as of late. Knocking off top superstar after top superstar here on SmackDown. Uh-oh, Apollo Crews, Olympic slam to Roman Reigns, is that it? Ooh, there is a rope break, saving Roman Reigns for the time being. And Apollo Crews is just eating this up. He's having a hellacious match right now with Roman. Can he keep this up? Oh, big reversal from Roman, though. Can Roman capitalize? Oh, my goodness, spiking him on his head, man. Absolutely vicious. And oh, no. Roman's going to that place. Uh-oh. Spear to the WWE Champion. Can Roman Reigns knock off your WWE Champion Apollo Crews? 2. No, he stays in it. What a opening bout. Very well could have been your main event, but it is kicking us off here live tonight here in Switzerland. Seems like SmackDown does love to go overseas. Nothing wrong with that. As now Roman Reigns going to war again here. Getting more of a workout than he did last week. And now submission hold here. Will Apollo Crews have to tap out center of the ring? If he starts trying to crawl, I think he might be able to, but a little bit too far away from the bottom rope. Can Apollo get out of this? And Roman Reigns lets go of it. Big haymaker from Apollo. Stunned him briefly. And now Apollo Crews' moment. Apollo Crews trying to decide what he wants to do. Dropping him right on that top rope. Definitely going to help that. Look at that shooting star. Beautiful maneuvers from Apollo. You can start feeling that momentum going in the corner. Oh, Roman Reigns with a cheap shot. And now he's going to try to make Apollo Crews tap out. Center of the ring. Apollo Crews, all you got to do is stretch your right leg, but you might tap out. The champ might have to tap. Roman. Oh, but he lets go of it, though. I think Apollo Crews is out. He's not moving. Now Roman gonna go for the pinfall. Can he get a victory? 2, 3 does. Apollo Crews not moving. Roman Reigns and Apollo Crews tearing up the house here tonight. Big Superman punch there early. That Olympic slam there from Crews into the spear earlier on in the matchup. That eventually Roman Reigns would make Apollo Crews pass out, would go for the pinfall, and it was all she wrote here. Didn't get to see that replay of it, unfortunately, but Roman Reigns gets another win, back-to-back weeks. Apollo Crews suffering his first loss as WWE Champion. How is that going to fare for both men heading into Sunday's World Title match? Wait and find out as we continue with more action. That is the type of matchup, ladies and gentlemen, that you want to kick off an episode of Raw, SmackDown, NXT. A hard-hitting opening bout, back-and-forth matchup, both men putting it all on the line, multiple false finishes, both men putting in the work. Ultimately, your WWE Champion Apollo Crews did fall up a bit short against the Tribal Chief, but you know what? Apollo Crews is going to show up and show out, definitely coming up this Sunday. I definitely see that. But now we have to focus to the Judgment Day as they are in action tonight. Damien Priest takes on your Intercontinental Champion Tommaso Ciampa. Damien Priest, like I mentioned, defends his European Championship this Sunday against Omos, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. Finn Balor challenges for the Intercontinental Championship, that being Tommaso Ciampa. So, you know, this is going to be a little bit of a front row showing for Finn Balor, seeing what Tommaso Ciampa is going to be bringing to the table for sure. And obviously I wouldn't be surprised if Finn Balor tries to get involved, honestly. But Tommaso Ciampa, he is not going to back down from a fight whatsoever, especially with what Tommaso Ciampa, or what Finn Balor has done to him recently. Tommaso Ciampa has defeated Santos Escobar, but Ciampa recently, a couple weeks ago, called out Finn Balor, saying, hey, I'm going to call you out. We all know how this is going to go. We're going to brawl. Let's do it now. And when Finn Balor got into the ring, Ciampa's like, you know what? Let's wait. Let's wait for another month. I'll see you then. Saying basically, you're stupid as you look, honestly. And Finn Balor's like, we're not going to wait. Especially with what you just said. And then Finn Balor would attack and lay out Tommaso Ciampa. And I don't see it getting any better between both of these men. These guys are going to tear each other apart. Very well could be, honestly, the match of the night. There's a couple matches that I could definitely steal a show and even be the match of the night. Not only could this be the match of the night, but it could be, honestly, the show stealer. It's going to be a lot of marquee action coming your guys' way this Sunday live at the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. And the last pay-per-view of WWE 2K22 as we try to usher in the new era. And these guys are going to be putting it all on the line because we do not know all with what we're going to see. It's going to be a bright future no matter what for Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Adjustments here and there, but here we go. Impressive matchup coming your guys' way right now. Champion versus champion. Both men going to put it all on the line tonight. Nothing to lose. The future is bright for both men. Bound to be world champion here on SmackDown, definitely. Maybe Tommaso Ciampa more than Damien Priest. Just in my eyes, personally, but doesn't mean that Damien Priest won't be able to do that. As Springboard misses that. Had that little bit off-centered there, but now Tommaso Ciampa is going to have the opportunity to capitalize on that brief mistake there from Priest, but Priest a little bit faster in the exchange. And my question is, with the future of SmackDown coming, with uncertainty coming up, my biggest question is for the two factions that are currently feuding with each other, that being the Hurt Business and the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day have a new leader, that being Edge. You got Rhea Ripley, Damien Priest, Finn Balor, looking to make all names for themselves. Edge is trying to get them in a better position. Recently defeating the Hurt Business, Finn Balor picking up the massive win via a coup de grace. But also with the Hurt Business, they got a new leader, that being Bobby Lashley. So, you know, it's a bright future for, honestly, both teams. But obviously you got to have a winner, got to have a loser. And coming up at Clash at the Castle, SmackDown is going to be building up plenty of matches. Raw already has a couple big matches on store for you guys. As a brutal neck breaker there from Tommaso Ciampa. And you never know where, certain feuds may go. We don't know where some of these other matches are going to go, especially for, where the Intercontinental European Championships, the WWE Championship, where that's going to go. Women's, all the matches here on SmackDown are up in the air at the moment, as Tommaso Ciampa has up Damien Priest. Oh my goodness, what a backbreaker. Damien Priest, will he be out and done for? No, able to kick out at 2.5. How much more can he take? Uh-oh. Ciampa thinking about that knee strike. No! No, I think Damien Priest got out of it, it looks like. Moving out of the way at the very last second. Now Ciampa with his own reversal. Back and forth, back and forth. These guys have had each other well scouted tonight. And that's what you got to love about these champion versus champion matches. The champions are going to be bringing out the best in each other. Even if they don't care about each other whatsoever. Even if the respect is not there. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Priest now. Priest with a one-handed choke slam, side slam. Brutal maneuver. Will that be enough to put away Ciampa? 2. No. Ciampa kicking out the very last second. And look at Priest. He's frustrated. But if you're Priest, you can't get frustrated right now. And now Priest with the springboard leg drop. That's quite impressive to be able to do it like that. And look at Priest. Big haymakers. And now brutal forearm strike. Got to do what you got to do in these type of matches. And frustration definitely got to be brewing for Priest. Even though I said don't get frustrated, it's superstars are going to get frustrated. And there's not much you can do in certain opportunities, as Damien Priest going to go for the reckoning. Reckoning to Tommaso Ciampa. Is this it? Oh, the rope break saving Tommaso Ciampa. But for how much longer as Ciampa gets himself back in this matchup? Uh-oh. Oh, we saw this earlier on tonight, I believe. Brutal neck breaker, man. And now I think this is do or die time for Tommaso Ciampa right now. He has Damien Priest right where he wants him. Kick to the midsection. Here we go. We saw this earlier on tonight. Devastating backbreaker there. Takes it to Priest. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be it? 2, 3. Tommaso Ciampa knocks off Damien Priest in a back and forth collision between both champions. What an absolute war. Tommaso Ciampa being saved by a rope break earlier on tonight. It's only going to get worse in this matchup between both of them because they took so much damage, man. Let's look at this backbreaker incoming here. Bam. And wait a minute. Finn Balor coming on after the matchup. Coming right after Tommaso. A back and forth matchup we just witnessed. And now Finn Balor coming right after. It does not mean anything for Finn Balor. Just absolutely destroy his opponent. He doesn't care. As long as he makes sure that he won't be 100%. Making sure Tommaso Ciampa will not be 100% heading in to that Intercontinental Championship matchup. Finn Balor very well could be walking in or walking out with that Intercontinental Championship and another coup de grace. Not messing around. Finn Balor sending a message to Tommaso Ciampa. Will Finn Balor walk out as your Intercontinental Champion? And now, once again, we're going to see some singles action. It's going to be RK Bro taking on the Brawling Brutes, and tonight it'll be Randy Orton taking on Pete Dunne. RK Bro picking up a tag team victory over Legado del Fantasma a couple weeks ago, and last week actually the Brawling Brutes defeated Legado del Fantasma as well. But despite the 2 losses for Legado del Fantasma, a little bit side note here, I think that's not going to hurt their credibility whatsoever. They put on banger matches with RK Bro. Last week, not as much with Sheamus and Pete Dunne, but I think they have plenty in the tank and plenty to add in the future. Their future is very bright in the tag team division. But now we get to see 2 top tag teams go at it here on SmackDown and go at it at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. Can Randy Orton and Matt Riddle become your SmackDown Tag Team Champions and defeat Sheamus and Pete Dunne? It's going to be a hard-hitting matchup, not just tonight, very physical match tonight, but it's going to be a very physical matchup heading into this Sunday's pay-per-view. Both teams are going to be putting it all on the line. All the glory, the fame going into this matchup. The tensions have definitely been high between both teams. It has not overflowed just yet, but you can definitely feel the tensions. They are definitely rising. You guys remember we saw Randy Orton lose to Sheamus a while back. Sheamus was offered a handshake there by Randy Orton, and Sheamus wanted nothing to do with that. Then the following week, Pete Dunne would defeat Riddle, and they would go 0-2, but RK Bro recently picking up a tag team win. So they're slowly but surely getting back into the winning column. Nothing wrong with that, as here comes Sheamus. Going to be accompanying Pete Dunne down to the ring, as they are your SmackDown Tag Team Champions. What do you think is going to look like this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think the Brawling Brutes retain their SmackDown Tag titles, or will we see a new reign in the SmackDown Tag Team division? And will that be Randy Orton and Matt Riddle? Plenty of big-time things coming our way, ladies and gentlemen. And just thinking about this match, Randy Orton, Pete Dunne, these guys are going to become very, very physical. And it's bound to be sure that Pete Dunne and Randy Orton are not going to be 100% heading into the Sunday's matchup. So a lot of focus this Sunday is more likely going to be on Sheamus and Matt Riddle, who obviously not every superstar is going to be 100% because of the grueling schedules and stuff. But just in the terms of how physical this match is, the key factor for this coming Sunday's matchup is going to be Sheamus, and it's going to be Matt Riddle for me. Because if those two are 100%, they're going to be the main factor in the matchup in the terms of keeping this tag team match ahead for their team. Because if Matt Riddle starts struggling, then we could see a championship retained. But if you see Sheamus start struggling, not able to figure out RK Bro, then we could see new tag team champions. But anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Randy Orton, Pete Dunne. Brutal matchup coming your way. Randy Orton, a former WWE champion here on SmackDown back in the day, now looking to add the SmackDown Tag Team Championships to a big-time reign here on SmackDown. And now Pete Dunne just stomping away right on the chest there, on the right breast area there of Randy Orton. And if I'm Randy Orton, I wouldn't necessarily want to go to ground and pound, or I guess it's more of a striking battle with Pete Dunne, as a brutal powerbomb there to Randy Orton already. Because we know how dangerous Pete Dunne is. Very technically sound, will damage every limb in the body of his opponents, targeting the elbows and hands to be more certain. But we know how dangerous Randy Orton is, so you can't count out Randy Orton as well. So it's just one of those things you gotta be very, very keep your eyes on. Definitely is what I'm trying to say. As now Pete Dunne gonna drag Randy Orton to the center of that ring. Pete Dunne trying to steal a victory here early on. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. Strong kick out, almost close to a 2 count. Still to come tonight, your #1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship. She is in action. Liv Morgan will be in action later on tonight, as well as a triple threat matchup in the women's division, as it's going to be Io Shirai, Carmella, and Tegan Nox going at it in a triple threat matchup, as we did announce that breaking news after the controversy on Monday Night Raw in the Tag Team Women's Division, where we saw new Raw Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh, what a maneuver there from Randy Orton. We are going to see a triple threat matchup for those Women's Tag Team Championships coming up this Sunday, live at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. Referee going to start his count. Pete Dunne down and out here at ringside. Nothing wrong with just stomping away. Randy Orton now. Go for the submission hold here. This is not good for Pete Dunne. Randy Orton just taking his time here at ringside, to stretching out Pete Dunne here. Oh, but Pete unable to get out of it. Slowly but surely. Both men in a little bit of a stalemate at the moment. As all this is vintage Randy Orton with that backbreaker, man. I remember when he, years and years ago, that was one of his main maneuvers, man. Just those devastating backbreakers for sure. Let's look at Orton. He's feeling himself up. He knows he has, well, at that time he had Pete Dunne right where he wanted him. But right now Pete Dunne has him right where he wants him. And now Pete Dunne, we saw this earlier. Actually, no, we didn't see that. It was a different variation of a maneuver. And now Pete Dunne with all the momentum. Randy Orton now in trouble here. Gonna go for the pinfall. Referee right there in position. 2. No, Orton kicks out just in time. 2.5. How much more is left in the tank for Randy? Is now Randy Orton swinging that left knee out of place there. Uh-oh. And now Orton gonna look to go high risk here. Not really much needed. Orton now able to counter Pete Dunne. Orton flying crossbody. No, but Pete Dunne catches him into a big old body slam. That's why I'm saying Orton didn't need to do that. And it's ultimately going to cost him. It's going to be the bitter end of Randy Orton tonight. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Pete Dunne with a win. And that means in singles action, ladies and gentlemen, that'd be almost like a clean sweep. Pete Dunne has 2 wins. Now 1 over Matt Riddle, 1 over Randy Orton now, and Sheamus with a win over Randy Orton as well. But you know, it's not all about singles action coming up this Sunday. It's going to be a tag team matchup, but the momentum is going to be muchly needed heading into that championship matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Back and forth matchup. Orton went high risk, and it did not work out in his corner. Pete Dunne picks up the win for the Brawling Brutes tonight. What a match. As we get ready to hear from Adam Cole next. This Sunday, I get back what I rightfully won at WrestleMania. And that is the WWE Championship. I won the Royal Rumble, I won the championship at WrestleMania, and then Apollo Crews had the audacity to cash in on me. We are looking at the new face of SmackDown after Vengeance Day. That WWE Championship is coming back to me, and I will no longer be held down from anybody, from Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, anybody, former members of the Undisputed Era. This is a new era for Adam Cole, and you're going to continue to see that. Did you guys see what I did at the Royal Rumble, winning that Royal Rumble? Winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania? Was the WWE champion before I cashed in. I'm going to right that wrong and become WWE champion for a second time here on SmackDown. It doesn't matter how many superstars are in this matchup. It could be 20, it could be 30, but in that matchup it's going to be 5 of the best damn superstars on that SmackDown roster. But at the end of that night, at the end of that main event, you're going to hear new WWE champion Adam Cole, baby! Big words there from the former WWE champion, former Mr. Royal Rumble winner, and WrestleMania winner, Adam Cole. We'll see how he fares coming up this Sunday. But now there's one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Io Shirai. And this is the first time since Io Shirai was actually on the SmackDown roster before the draft. Io Shirai was on SmackDown, got drafted over to Monday Night Raw. Come to find out there's a tag team between Io Shirai and Dakota Kai, both good friends out of professional wrestling. And then come to find out it's even deeper. Damage Control, Bayley being the leader. And Bayley has led both Dakota Kai and Io Shirai to the Women's Tag Team Championships. But it could be a very, very short reign heading into this Sunday's Vengeance Day, because Io Shirai and Dakota Kai could lose to those championships to either Carmella and Zelina Vega or Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. It's going to be very interesting to see how that goes as Io Shirai, Carmella, and Tegan Nox go at it in a triple threat match here tonight. Carmella, a former SmackDown Women's Champion here on SmackDown. An impressive reign she had a couple years back. I believe it was 4 or 5 years ago. But Carmella continues to grow. Former Women's Champion, Tag Team Champion here. See if she can get those championships back around her waist. Obviously, there was controversy this Monday night on Raw. But for Carmella and Zelina Vega, it's about bouncing back and getting those Women's Tag Team Championships back away from Dakota Kai and Io Shirai, and kind of outlast Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. Carmella and Zelina Vega really good as a tag team so far, so good here on both Raw and SmackDown, obviously. But now they're going to have to outlast Tegan Nox in this matchup as well, because obviously you want to have that momentum heading into that big-time championship matchup. My big question is, honestly, who is going to be able to outlast each other? Because, all these women have certain amount of professional wrestling background and everything, and you even got Tegan Nox, who very well could cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase, not only win the tag team titles, but cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase and walk out both the SmackDown Women's Champion and the Women's Tag Team Champion all on the same night. I don't know if that's what Tegan Nox may be thinking about, but that very well could be. Or does Tegan Nox wait? Does she wait until, hey, that Cardiff Wales pay-per-view, Clash at the Castle, big time opportunity there, because she could cash in at any time she wants, all the way up to this up-and-coming WrestleMania. And that's a very, very far out time, but anything is very well possible. But I think everybody here tonight in Switzerland is ready for this triple threat women's matchup here next here on SmackDown. Referee ringing that bell. Here we go. Tegan Nox taking down Carmella here early on. And, it's a shame we don't have Io Shirai here, no longer here on SmackDown, but Io Shirai being very successful there on Monday Night Raw. Like we mentioned, teaming up with Dakota Kai, as well as Bayley being the leader of Damage Control. So, there's a lot of potential there. Bayley obviously wants to become the Raw Women's Champion. You could have all the women walking out with the championships eventually, maybe down the line. As look at that big face buster there from Carmella, looking to steal a victory here early. But keeping the matchup alive just here a little bit longer. But still to come tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple more matches in store. Besides that massive 8-man tag between the Bloodline and the team of Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and the StreetProfits. Coming up, I believe it's going to be next, Karrion Kross takes on Rick Boogs. Karrion Kross looking to get ready for his matchup against Sami Zayn coming up in 2 days' time. As well as Liv Morgan, she's in action as well, still plenty to come. I believe those are 3 matches that are left on the slate for tonight. Big time matches, man, and we are going out with banger after banger after banger. And we had 2 absolute bangers to kick us off here on Monday Night Raw. We saw Tommaso Ciampa. The match, I guess we should probably say the matchup beforehand is, hold on, Io Shirai looking to fly here. Io Shirai, big elbow misses though. Tegan Nox looking to capitalize. Ooh, big forearm strike from Tegan. But like I was going to say, Roman Reigns and Apollo Crews kicked us off here live on SmackDown, going toe for toe in the middle of that ring. And Roman Reigns ultimately defeating Apollo Crews. And then after that, we saw Tommaso Ciampa take on Damien Priest, your European champion. Tommaso Ciampa defeated Damien Priest in a very highly contested back-and-forth matchup between both of those men. Ciampa walks out with the win, but Finn Balor once again sending a message to Tommaso Ciampa that he's a huge threat and is going to be taking that Intercontinental Championship away from him this Sunday. Ooh, underhook backbreaker there to Carmella. That is not going to be feeling good. And now Io Shirai and Tegan Nox going at it. Uh-oh. Going to go for underhook powerbomb maybe? No. Hurricane Rana there from Tegan Nox. Can Tegan Nox pick up a big win here? Can she put away Io Shirai? It's the perfect opportunity to do that. And now Tegan. Ooh. Sit out Gourd Buster there from Tegan Knox. Very impressive there. Let's see if she can continue this. As Carmella back up to her feet here. Uh-oh. Hope you guys like a little bit of a Panama Sunrise, because Panama Sunrise there from Tegan Knox. But right there is Carmella. And, of course, Tegan Knox had to do that Panama Sunrise after just talking to Adam Cole. Bye-bye. Io Shirai starting to stir up to her feet. Carmella hit that super kick, and now she's going to go for that moonwalking, trash-talking DDT, spiking her on her head. And now it is down to Carmella and Io Shirai. Uh-oh. Roll through. Super kick right there on the nose, getting all of it. Tegan Knox is down and out. As soon as I say that, of course, she back up to her feet. Another roll through super kick. Tegan Knox, not realizing Carmella has focused on her after Io Shirai walking out of the ring. Both women missing out. Big time opportunity here. Hurricane Rana. Io Shirai down and out. Perfect opportune time here to put away Carmella. Oh, Carmella though. Impressive reversal. And then a super kick right on the jaw. Is that enough to put away the Money in the Bank winner? 2, 3. Yes, it is. Carmella knocks off Tegan Knox. And that gets Carmella that momentum heading in to this Sunday's Triple Threat Tag Team Women's Tornado Tag Team Championship matchup. Big win for Carmella. Can Carmella and Zelina Vega regain those women's tag team championships, or will we see someone else walk out with those tag titles? We will have to wait and find out in just 2 days' time. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Boogs is in action here tonight. He will be taking on Karrion Kross. And for Rick Boogs, it is time to fall and pray. And for Sami Zayn, is it going to be his time to fall and pray once again? Technically, Sami Zayn does have a win over Karrion Kross that is via a countout. But since then, Karrion Kross even going more vicious and vicious every single time. Karrion Kross looking to send a message coming up this Sunday, and he's looking to take Sami Zayn out of the woodshed and taking him out permanently. And this is good. You might not think Rick Boogs has got much of a test. We recently saw Karrion Kross and Shinsuke Nakamura go at it. Karrion Kross defeated Nakamura, so we'll see how Rick Boogs fares tonight. I don't know if I have much faith in Rick Boogs in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one hell of a match. And I mean, I emphasize the hell part because Rick Boogs is going to be going through hell tonight. Who will be walking out with a victory heading into coming up this Sunday? Karrion Kross obviously wants to, but especially with the momentum needed to take on Sami Zayn. But Sami Zayn is the underdog from the underground, ladies and gentlemen. And he's looking to pick up, you could say, an upset victory over Karrion Kross. And in the terms of who needs to win more, Sami Zayn definitely, because we know Karrion Kross, one of the big names that we have here on SmackDown. But for Sami Zayn, he's just trying to figure himself out. And I think with this feud that he's going on here, that, definitely kind of blossomed out of nowhere, you could definitely think that there's going to be, in the terms of needing a win, I would say Sami Zayn more. But, I mean, anything is up to your guys' opinion. But I think Sami Zayn can pull off the upset, not just via a counter. I think he could knock off Karrion Kross. But will we see that this Sunday? Karrion Kross definitely wants to be in that World Championship picture, ladies and gentlemen. He believes that he's one of the best, and he certainly is. Obviously, he didn't want to have his SmackDown debut losing via countout, but he made Sami Zayn pay with how cruel he was. With the steel steps and everything else by attacking Sami Zayn after the matchup. So we'll see how Karrion Kross fares tonight live here tonight here in Switzerland. Big time matchup, Rick Boogs and Karrion Kross. Future is very bright for both men, considerably a lot more for Karrion Kross. As the referee rings the bell, Rick Boogs and Karrion Kross. Longer this match goes, you know, maybe you gotta favor Rick Boogs, maybe, because obviously Karrion Kross wants to make sure he walks into that matchup more than 100% against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, one of the best here in SmackDown. You know, even though his win-loss doesn't necessarily prove that in the terms of wrestling and on mic promos and everything, Sami Zayn is definitely up there with the best of the best. Let's look at the choke here from Karrion Kross, just trying to choke him out. Is Rick Boogs going to tap out? Oh, Karrion Kross getting, I don't know if it's the head there or to the legs, but Rick Boogs able to get out of it momentarily. So, wait a minute, Rick Boogs, a belly-to-belly suplex, tossing Karrion Kross like he's nothing. Impressive power and strength. The absolute explosion with that maneuver. But now if you want some explosion, Karrion Kross will definitely show you that strength and power. This Kross flexing on everybody here tonight, even on Rick Boogs. But, you know, if you're Karrion Kross, you can be very careful. Rick Boogs is his own very dangerous superstar, very underrated superstar. And a very underrated tag team is Nakamura and Rick Boogs. Oh, right there in that left knee there, Karrion Kross. That's not going to be feeling too good. Especially with Karrion Kross, like I mentioned, wanting to be unscathed. Throw punch, big punch to the face there. Now Karrion Kross, big time over the head suplex. And now Karrion Kross looking to go high risk here. Karrion Kross, big elbow to the chest. That is not going to be feeling too good if you're Rick Boogs. Is that it? No. Strong kick out at one. Got plenty more in store in this matchup. But Boogs has to be careful, though. Doesn't not want to take too many big-time maneuvers. And just like that, that's what I'm talking about. Doomsday Saisido right there. No. Well, this could be it. Cross jacket applied. Cross jacket. Oh, referee right there to call it, though. And now just... Oh, come on. Come on, Kross. There's no need to choke him out here. And now, this is that ground and pound that Rick Boogs does not want. This crazy lunatic in this ring, man. Tick-tock for Rick Boogs. Gonna go for the pinfall. Is this enough? 1, 2, 3. It was just a moment in time, man. Just too much damage done to Rick Boogs, and just those devastating punches. He could not take it right here. Just big time maneuver, dropping him on his head and neck, and then the ground and pound game here from Karrion Kross was just way too much. And Rick Boogs was down for the count, 2 and 3. Karrion Kross picks up a big win, a much needed win here tonight over Rick Boogs. Will Kross be able to pick up a win over Sami Zayn? Find out this Sunday live at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. Or Sami Zayn will be able to get vengeance. We'll have to wait and see. It is boss time here in Switzerland. Sasha Banks is out here live tonight, and she'll be taking on the #1 contender, Liv Morgan. Now, I'm really looking forward to Becky Lynch defending her championship against Liv Morgan. You got the underdog in Liv Morgan, a woman that has literally had to work her tail off from bottom all the way to the very top. She's gotten a lot better over the last half of the year, picking up big wins here and there, especially when she was on Raw. Got drafted over here to SmackDown, is looking really good. And then you got Becky Lynch that has been in the terms of on and off with her championship reigns here on SmackDown. Wins it, then lose it. A little bit of back and forth kind of with the rest of the roster, but ultimately winning it back. Becky Lynch is promising to us all that she is not going to be doing that anymore, but if this is the opportune time to win the SmackDown Women's Championship, I think it's now. I think it is this Sunday for Liv Morgan. Because if you can continue to do the flip-flop game and kind of kind of catch that confidence off guard for Becky Lynch, this is an opportunity. And now here comes Liv Morgan, the #1 contender. She wants you guys to watch her, always saying, watch me. And we are continuing to watch her. She continues to get better in front of us. Better and better. And when you got Liv Morgan, like I remember when she first started here in the series a long time ago, how she was just simply growing. You know, she was green, you could say, in the ring, you know, just getting opportunities here and there. Part of the Riot Squad at one time with Sarah Logan and Ruby Riot. And then, you know, both women are with the company at the moment, or at least signed here to Raw or SmackDown nonetheless, but still. Liv Morgan has plenty of time to grow. She's done really well, like I mentioned, over this past year. And I definitely see her becoming women's champion. Is she ready to do it? We'll find out this Sunday, man. It's the perfect opportunity for her to do it. Liv Morgan talking trash to Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks has won the SmackDown Women's Championship. She's won that Raw Women's Championship. So it's very impressive if Liv Morgan can knock off a woman like Sasha Banks. The credibility would go through the roof for her. Is now Liv Morgan telling Sasha Banks to get up to her feet. Imagine if Liv Morgan can... Oh, I was going to say if she can continue to do good in this matchup as she overflew her. It's a Panama Sunrise there to Liv Morgan. That is not good. As that adrenaline flowing through Liv Morgan, able to go for the pinfall now. Strong kick out. But, you know, it's going to be a tough test for both women, for Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Obviously, Liv Morgan wants to win her first ever women's championship here in the series. Becky Lynch is looking to retain her championship and continue just to add on to her legacy here in WWE. Down goes Sasha Banks there at ringside. And now let's see what Liv Morgan has in store. This is your co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are just mere moments away from your massive 8-man tag team matchup to close off the go-home show for SmackDown. It's a big haymaker there from Sasha Banks to Liv Morgan. And I can't wait to see what the future is going to be looking like for all these women, especially after Vengeance Day. So much potential, so many different things we're going to be seeing for Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. It's only going to get better. Always a lot of adjustments. We're going to see how they're going to be able to adjust on the fly. We're going to see how William Regal, how he's going to be able to fare with the new future of SmackDown coming up. Referee at 7, and this will be the first ever pay-per-view for William Regal for the main roster. Normally he's building superstars in NXT, but now he's going to be doing it there on SmackDown as a kind of a head scissors type of maneuver. Takes down Sasha Banks here. Oh, and a double stomp to the ribs. But again, Sasha Banks, the adrenaline flowing right through her. Takes down Liv. No, but a big kick from Liv. Back and forth. You got to love this right now. Both of these women know each other oh so well. Liv Morgan going for the frog splash, but the knees are up. And that only is going to favor Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks swinging neck breaker there to Liv Morgan. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Sasha Banks with a win over Liv Morgan here tonight. A little bit of a back and forth matchup. Sasha Banks able to knock off Liv Morgan here tonight. I mean, Liv had the opportunity, man. She was very, very close, but that neck breaker just very, very devastating. And Sasha Banks picks up the win. Very unfortunate for Liv Morgan. We'll see if that brings down her momentum heading into that Women's Championship this Sunday against Becky Lynch, live at the Vengeance Day pay-per-view. It is main event time here live on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. One heck of a match coming your way It is the Bloodline, The Rock, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy and Jay the Usos taking on the team of Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and the Street Profits. It's going to be one hell of a main event. This is your go-home main event. We're just 2 nights away from a big-time pay-per-view known as Vengeance Day. As here comes the Usos, the Bloodline. It's going to be one heck of a matchup, man. These guys are going to be going to war. As there is Solo Sikoa recently losing to Brock Lesnar. Both of his losses have been to Brock Lesnar. He does have a big win over Brock Lesnar and John Cena, though. And there's Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, making their way down the ring. Very impressive trio here. The Rock will be joining him. These 3 superstars here just in mere moments. And I guarantee the Usos and Solo Sikoa, not only do they want to walk out with a win tonight, especially teaming up for the first time ever with The Rock, they also want to send a message to the whole locker room. And, getting a win over John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Street Profits all in the same matchup, that's going to definitely boost up the Bloodline. As Solo Sikoa interrupting both of these men here as we get closer to your main event. Solo Sikoa had, like I mentioned just mere moments ago, Solo Sikoa and Brock Lesnar had a good matchup recently. Brock Lesnar ultimately defeating Solo Sikoa with the F5. But in the terms of, what Solo Sikoa brings to the table, man, oh my goodness. Especially when he went one-on-one with John Cena. Oh my goodness, that was a hell of a matchup. That Samoan Spike did it all. And now here comes the People's Champion, The Rock. And The Rock will be taking on Brock Lesnar in 2 nights. Both men are going to war. We're going to see how Rocky's going to be facing off with Brock Lesnar. Both men are going to be in phenomenal shape. The question is, how are they going to fare? Both of these men have beaten the living crap out of each other. Rock has bled. Lesnar has bled. They put it all on the line for all of you guys. And I'm being told right now, the matchup between The Rock and Brock Lesnar is going to kick us off live for the very first matchup of Vengeance Day. The Rock wants his matchup. This is the first time these two will go up against each other ever since 2002's SummerSlam, where The Rock would lose his undisputed championship to Brock Lesnar at that time, and Brock Lesnar would send The Rock to Hollywood. And ever since then, The Rock has been waiting for that opportunity to get back at Brock Lesnar, and no better time, it seems, for The Rock is to do that now. The Rock, one of the best to ever do it, ladies and gentlemen. WWE Hall of Famer, still in phenomenal shape, like I just mentioned, man. It's for all the movies he does, he keeps himself in just great shape, and you kind of have to, especially the older you get. But, my question is, how is The Rock going to do with leading the Usos and Solo Sikoa tonight? Roman Reigns was in action earlier on tonight, knocking off the WWE champion Apollo Crews. And now The Rock talking to the Usos right there, saying, kind of going over a game plan right there. But now here comes the Street Profits. Street Profits recently picked up a tag team win, so we'll see how they fare in the near future. Especially they want to win some championships, and they just have not been able to get to that point in their career just yet, which is very unfortunate. But it's one of those things is you gotta wait your place and get your right opportunity, and when's that right opportunity gonna be coming? Could be very soon, it could be a little bit, so it just honestly depends. As recently they had the Street Profits take on the Usos a couple weeks ago, to be exact, 3 weeks to be exact, I suppose. They took on the Usos, and the Street Profits picked up a big win there. But in a tag team match where Cena and the Street Profits would take on the Bloodline would defeat the Street Profits, and John Cena at that time. So, And there's nothing wrong with the Street Profits. They are definitely one of the best tag teams, and especially with the future coming up here on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, you know, there's bound to be all sorts of, you know, adjustments and everything like that with tag teams and whatever happens. But, you know, Street Profits, the Usos, definitely going to be a huge name still. Brawling Brutes, RK Bro, Legado del Fantasma. I could go on, but a lot of good tag teams here on SmackDown to definitely carry this brand. And now, business is about to pick up as here comes Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar and The Rock opening up Vengeance Day in a couple days, ladies and gentlemen. Both men are going to be going to war. Like I mentioned, blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of blood has been going through both men. And Lesnar looking to put Rock in his place. Rock really wants to get his vengeance, and he's going to get that opportunity at Vengeance Day. It's weird that he's really having to wait 20 years, 21 years or so, just for this moment, but The Rock might be able to do that. Brock Lesnar has had a win over literally every single member of the Bloodline, except for here in the series, except for The Rock and Roman Reigns. But that could all change if obviously Lesnar is able to face off with The Rock this Sunday and defeat The Rock, and then get his hands on Roman Reigns. Only reason Lesnar's not getting his hands on Roman Reigns is because The Rock told Roman Reigns to focus on getting that championship back around his waist, and The Rock said, "I'll focus on Lesnar. You do the bigger thing. I will focus on Lesnar." So, you know, it's one of those things. If Lesnar defeats The Rock, what is going to be the next thing? Are we going to get that Lesnar Roman Reigns matchup? Because Roman Reigns and Lesnar have faced off before, and that has been at the Royal Rumble, and Lesnar lost to Roman Reigns. I believe Roman Reigns made him tap out. As there is C Nation leader John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. We will see how Cena will fare tonight. Big time matchup. Recently here on SmackDown, you saw a first ever tag team matchup here. It was Roman Reigns and The Rock taking on the team of Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, and the team of Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar would win, but Lesnar would take out The Rock, put him in his place, and Roman Reigns was trying to get the attention of Brock Lesnar, but then Cena ran down the ramp, got the attention of Roman Reigns, and hit him with a attitude adjustment, and definitely changed Roman Reigns' attitude. So, it's only gotten more heated between the Bloodline and every single member of this roster, honestly, with the Street Profits, John Cena, Brock Lesnar. It seems like the Bloodline definitely want to have their sights on pissing off every single member of this roster. As here we go, referee starts the bell. We've got Jey Uso, Montez Ford here kicking us off. And how crazy is it that you got John Cena and Brock Lesnar on the same team? Two alpha males in the middle of this ring. John Cena is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he decides to retire. Same with Brock Lesnar. Brock, WWE Hall of Famer, going to lead the Usos and Solo Sikoa here tonight. Street Profits, I think, once they eventually are able to get some championship wins and have some long championship reigns, I definitely see the Street Profits as a cheap shot there from The Rock. Rock laying out John Cena. I think the Street Profits definitely will get their fair share of Hall of Fame votes, but that's gonna be a long time from now. Obviously, they're not going to be retiring or anything anytime soon, because if they were to retire, they haven't really gotten too far in their tag team career with any championship wins. There's a little big elbow there to Jey Uso. Montez Ford looking pretty good here against Jey, as Jey with a reversal. But this is your go-home main event, ladies and gentlemen. Your very last SmackDown of 2022, 2K22, I should say. And then you're going to have NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day coming up tomorrow night. And then also, oh my goodness, what a neck breaker. From high risk, high reward situation, Montez Ford able to connect with a brutal neck breaker. Montez Ford is definitely going to be feeling that move. But like I was trying to say, NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day tomorrow night, leading into Vengeance Day pay-per-view Sunday night for SmackDown. Cannot wait to see how these pay-per-views are going to be panning out, ladies and gentlemen. So much is going to be coming our way. As now here comes the Enforcer, Solo Sikoa. And I think Cena definitely would love to get his hands on Solo Sikoa. With Solo picking up a big win recently. And I bet Solo wants to get his hands on Brock Lesnar, I believe, as well, because of, you know, obviously Lesnar defeating Solo recently. So, and Solo, he's been putting on hellacious efforts. He may not have been undefeated, but this Enforcer having these big-time matches with the likes of John Cena and Brock Lesnar and showing you guys how he can handle himself. And look at that, brutal, out over the top rope power bomb. How impressive is that, man? As now Solo Sikoa going to toss him back in the ring. How much damage was done there? As now we're going to get a hot tag. Here comes Angelo Dawkins. One half of the Street Profits. Let's see if he can turn around this matchup here for the Street Profits. As oh, nice snap suplex there, throwing him over the head. And now Solo Sikoa looking to get that tag. Dawkins trying to fire up this crowd here in Switzerland for this massive main event matchup. And I think if Dawkins and Montez Ford win this, this could literally skyrocket them in this tag team division. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because there's just, like I mentioned, so many big tag teams. As we're going for that big clothesline, Solo Sikoa moving out the way. And out here comes the People's Champ. Angelo Dawkins going to look to get the People's Champion. Trying to take him down a peg. As now Dawkins, back suplex. Making that look oh so easy there. And now Dawkins. Now when you're in the ring with like a movie star and even a man that's a WWE Hall of Famer like The Rock, that is... Dawkins may not necessarily show it, but he's probably thinking like, holy crap, I'm in the ring with the People's Champion, one of the biggest movie star draws in movie history. You know, it's just one of those things where you can't be in shock and awe, but mentally you're like, holy crap. As The Rock with the pinfall, referee right there just to make sure. Strong kick out at 1.5. From Dawkins, I gotta get a tag. Tag in Cena. Tag in Lesnar. Preferably Lesnar, honestly, with how good those two have been going back and forth, Lesnar and The Rock. As though, look at Dawkins throwing The Rock over the top rope, and now Dawkins gonna go after the Usos here, stunning him to the outside, and now Dawkins trying to do it all right now. And now, going after Solo Sikoa, why not? This match is breaking down, ladies and gentlemen. Dawkins connecting on Solo Sikoa. And now, trying to take out Jimmy, but Jimmy does not want any of this. This match is breaking down. Referee may need to get this match back in order because these guys are just beating the living crap out of each other at the moment. And now Dawkins going after Jey Uso. Stunner to him. But now The Rock able to get the Bloodline back in order here. The Rock was just taking his time. He just needed some time to recuperate. Let's see if that is going to be enough to knock off Dawkins here. Barely a 1 count there. And now for The Rock, you know, I'm surprised he's been staying in this matchup as long. He'd probably go for a tag here if he's smarter, but, you know, as long as he feels like he can continue to showcase what he's going to be bringing to the table this Sunday. Send a message to Brock Lesnar. Do what you want. Spine buster. Spine on the pine from The Rock. And now Rock going to get the tag in. He's going to tag in Solo Sikoa. Will that be enough? Pinfall. 2. Montez Ford breaks it up, saving his tag team partner. And Solo Sikoa wants Montez Ford to get out of the ring, and the Bloodline are doing quite well, keeping Solo and or I should, yeah, saying the Bloodline has been keeping Angelo Dawkins roughly around their corner, and Dawkins has not been able to get a tag. He desperately needs to get a tag. Tag in a fresher man in this matchup. Tag in Cena. Tag in Lesnar. And now Dawkins. What's he thinking about? Gonna go for a bulldog? Yes, he does. Face planting Solo Sikoa. And now Dawkins, big takedown there of Solo. Gonna go for the pinfall. Can he knock off Solo Sikoa here? 1, 2, 3. He does. Very surprising knockoff there. The Street Profits picking up a win here tonight alongside Brock Lesnar and John Cena. I thought Dawkins was in there way too long, personally. But Dawkins showing you, hey, you need to put some respect on my name. Good back and forth matchup. Spine on the pine. I think The Rock should have, instead of tagging in Solo, I think The Rock should have, went for the People's Elbow or the Rock Bottom. But it didn't work out in his favor tonight. But a massive win for this team, the Street Profits, Cena and Lesnar. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we will see you at Vengeance Day weekend tomorrow night.